Welcome to our latest video. Today we're diving into the Yamaha XT600Z Ténéré 1VJ. We'll cover its history, tech, and riding impressions, weigh up its strengths and weaknesses, and wrap up with a clear buying verdict. Brought to you by Motorize.de, the #1 source for new and used spare parts. The 1VJ is a purist desert icon, a 23-liter steel tank, a slim rally fairing with a rectangular headlight, and a dry sump system that uses the frame as the oil reservoir are its calling cards. If you're after rugged simplicity with loads of character, this timeless travel single offers impressive range and an honest, no-nonsense presence. History and development. In 1986, the 1VJ replaced the 34L, thoroughly reworked for everyday use. The 30-liter plastic tank made way for a 23-liter steel tank, the fairing slimmed down, and the center of gravity dropped. The double cradle frame still housed the 595C 4-stroke with YDS twin carburetors, but details like revised intake routing and a reworked seat boosted ease of use and comfort. Built only in 1986-87, the 1VJ marks the shift from a hard-edged rally replica to a more versatile adventure tourer. Typical for the era, kickstarter instead of electric start, single disc up front, drum out back, 41mm telescopic fork, robust, light, purposeful. Technical highlights. Under the skin, an air-cooled 595cc SOHC single with 4 valves and a 2-stage Takei YDS carb setup does the heavy lifting. Depending on the market, it puts out around 43 horsepower paired with a 5-speed gearbox. Dry sump lubrication with the oil carried in the frame, kickstart only, 21-inch front wheel and 17-inch rear set the baseline. Braking comes from a single front disc and a rear drum. Suspension travel is about 255mm up front and 225mm at the rear. Dry weight is roughly 155 kilograms. Model note, no oil cooler as standard. That didn't arrive until the 3AJ, so the 1J runs a bit hotter but keeps the design simple. Design and ergonomics. The 1VJ blends sleek, rally-inspired lines with real-world ergonomics. A 23-liter steel tank with pronounced knee cutouts, a rectangular headlight in a slim front fairing, and a long, flat seat that gives you plenty of room to move. With a seat height just under 90 centimeters, a wide enduro bar and grippy foot pegs, it's set up for riding on the pegs. A twin-gauge cluster with a tachometer delivers the essentials. No frills. An aluminum skid plate shields the sump off-road, while the narrow waist keeps you in close, confident contact with the bike. Ideal when you need to switch quickly between sitting and standing during stages. Ride and everyday usability. Rough roads are where the Ténéré 1VJ feels at home. The 21-inch front tracks precisely, the long travel suspension smooths out sharp-edged bumps, and the big single delivers grunt right off the bottom. The 5-speed gearing is long-legged enough for distance. In the city, its low weight makes maneuvering easy. Everyday plus points. Screw and lock nut valve adjustment, a cush drive rear hub with rubber dampers, and an air filter that's easy to reach. The kickstart ritual is part of the charm. Use the decompression lever properly, and you'll master it in no time. A well-judged compromise. Tough, frugal, and with a genuine range well over 300 kilometers. Strengths and highlights. The 1VJ delivers simplicity, range, and genuine off-road ability. Oil and frame construction, screw and lock nut valve adjusters, and the Takei YDS carburetor add up to maintenance-friendly engineering with a seamless handoff from part throttle to real punch. A stout steel double cradle frame, 41mm fork, and 21 17-inch wheels keep it tracking true over washboard. The 23-liter steel tank is tough and resists deforming, while the slim fairing protects without getting in your way. A neat model detail. The airbox's high-mounted intake snorkel helps with water crossings, a small but effective bonus for travel. Weak spots and common problems. Heat sensitivity at sustained high RPM without an oil cooler. Aging carbs, perished intake boots, or cracked YDS diaphragms cause lean running, pinging, and in the worst case, piston damage. Electrics, stator source coils tend to lose output, CDI cutouts are less common. The dry sump system is unforgiving of incorrect oil level checks. Run it low and you'll wipe out rocker arms and camshaft bearing surfaces. Other notes. Kickstart only in everyday use. Rear drum brake fades under load. Subframe and fairing mounts can crack when carrying luggage. Model-specific note. Exhaust header and collector are prone to rust. Inspect them. Accessories and customization. Smart upgrades that respect the bike's character. An aftermarket oil cooler, e.g. from Keto, keeps temps in check. Progressive springs for the 41mm fork and a Wilbur's or Hagon shock add composure and traction. A stainless braided line up front plus quality pads sharpen the feel of the single disc. At the rear, a modern pad compound resists fade. Wider enduro pegs, a taller rally bar, and a touring screen improve ergonomics. For range, fit a Service's larger plastic tank. Hepco and Becker pannier racks bolt to the existing mounting points. Tire tip, 90-90-21 and 20-90-17 in durable adventure touring compounds. Market value and buying criteria. Good 1VJ bikes typically trade between €3,000 and €7,000. Original unmolested examples fetch more. Key identifiers. Model years 1986-87, 23-liter steel tank, slim fairing with rectangular headlight, widest carb and kickstart only. What to check? Oil feed to the head, rocker arms and cam bearings, intake boots and wide S diaphragms, stator resistance, frame oil level with the engine warm, cracks at fairing mounts and the subframe, plus swing arm and steering head bearings. Model tell, a VIN plate showing the 1VJ type code. Matching numbers and an original exhaust boost desirability, likewise a complete toolkit. Verdict and buying advice. The Yamaha XT600Z Ténéré 1VJ is a no-nonsense adventure tourer for purists. Light, rugged, big-hearted, and free of electronic clutter. If you've mastered the kickstart ritual and keep an eye on oil and carb health, you'll get a reliable adventure bike that's easy to wrench on anywhere in the world and full of character. Heat management and suspension upgrades are worthwhile. Long-distance riders will appreciate an aftermarket oil cooler. If you want more touring comfort out of the box, the later 3AJ comes with a factory oil cooler. Our recommendation? Buy if the originality checks out and the condition shows proper care. Stock, unmolested bikes tend to hold their value.